Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 4 of Volk and Cannon. I'm the main host and the talented host, Volk.
I'm not even going to argue with that. It seems fair.
And there's obviously Cannon, whatever. So we've got, and before we start, we've got to read our sponsorship and advertisement.
Somebody actually sent me a message, like a local business, to do an I've got an advert. I've got an actual advertiser.
We actually do have
Yeah.
cutting edge news reporting right now. Cannon has we've somehow got it, and so we will have you guys listen to it.
They've sent me something to read out, and then I get free chips for a year, which is kind of giving it away. So our sponsor this week is Big Jim's Chip Shop in Canterbury. And the sponsorship message is, Big Jim says, eat chips or you will die. There you go.
Do I get any of the chips?
Only if you come here, but you can't. So
I got tier 4 it is.
Tier 4 it is. Cheers for you.
Very well done. All right, you can post it to me. Otherwise, I will send my solicitor, which I don't have.
Who can't come here anyway.
Who can't come here. All right. So we are sponsored by now
Big Jim's Chip Shop. Eat chips or you will die.
Amazing. Anyone wants any chips, please contact Cannon, and I will give you his email address.
Please don't do that. Give my email out to people.
Okay, so we need to get back into we're getting straight into it. It has been an interesting week.
The world has got serious.
It's got serious.
Really serious.
It has been all over the news, and I'm absolutely livid that the BBC has not even mentioned it. I am not surprised that Sky or Fox or Al Jazeera hasn't even mentioned it. And that is the real question right now. Is Cannon.
Yeah.
When English people speak in another language, they say like, when they say something in French, the Louvre, like, oh yeah, I went to the Louvre, and then of course they put the accent, or they'd say it farfalle, and never, but they don't ever do it with like, like Middle Eastern countries or Turkish countries. They're like, blah, blah, blah.
It's weird actually, because it's funny you say that, because I got a bit annoyed at some people once. I lived in a shared house, and there was quite a few. There was a Spanish girl and a French guy that lived there, and they were once. I overheard them having a conversation about how stupid English people are because we can't pronounce the words properly, like their words properly. But then I was like, yeah, but it's because of my accent. It's because how I talk. It's like, you're French and you say hôpital or hospital. You don't pronounce the H like we say hospital. But you don't see me being like, French people are so stupid, they don't pronounce the H in hospital. Because I'm like, well, that's your accent. So it annoyed me.
Yeah, it happens a lot all the time.
You got to take people's accents into account.
Yeah, it's like, even with me and you. Okay, so we've had a discussion once. We were heading towards...
Well, no, let's just put between you and me, it's just you speak English really badly.
I don't speak English really badly. I speak Cockney, and I'm from London. So I have alright. So my older brother's missus, she gets the we were in the car, and she said, "Can you stop saying asked when you meant to say?"
No, ask. You say axe.
I say asked.
Asked.
Asked. Yeah.
Well, it's ASK, so it's ask.
No,
not
it's
asked.
asked.
No, it's ASK, so it's ask.
Well, I can't be asked to say asked. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to the different pasta.
So what's your favourite pasta? Anyway, we're talking about
my favourite pasta. I think it's the one that looks like the DNA. Little swiggly ones.
What?
It looks like a little swiggly like DNA thing. It's like little hoops going around. It's not. Do you know what? We'll go with Action Man.
Oh, fusilli.
Yeah, I like
fusilli.
I like
fusilli. Okay.
But I like to like spice it up with like onions. And then...
Yeah, but see, they're good flavour savers because if you corkscrew them, they take up the flavour.
Yeah, and I like Action Man bow tie.
Everyone loves an Action Man bow tie.
Yeah,
have you ever stuck them to your nipples?
No, I never have.
Okay, cool. Don't do that.
We'll talk about that another time.
Depends how hot they are.
Did you know that? Speaking about that, did you know that Jamie Oliver once burnt his dick on the stove because he was considered the naked chef? Do you remember that period?
Yes.
And he actually did cook for Valentine's Day. This is actually a fact, and if he's listening, don't sue me. Yeah.
I don't like Jamie Oliver because he pretends to be something that he's not, and it really annoys me. So when it was first, I remember when the Naked Chef was like first on TV, like back in the day. It was like late 90s, and and he would come on TV like geezer and all that. And then there was one episode, and I was really into it. I was like, oh, this guy's so cool. It's so fresh. Ah, it's amazing. Then there was one episode where he went to cook dinner for his mum and dad, and I was expecting him to go to like Stoke Newington or somewhere, and he didn't. He went to like some house, I don't know what county, I'm just going to say Berkshire. He went to Berkshire, and his parents were literally like, Jamie darling, and they lived in like some massive house in the middle of the country.
Yeah.
And that just ruined it for me, because it's like, well, you don't, just be yourself.
Yeah, that's because like Gordon Ramsay, and I know Gordon Ramsay had like a rough upbringing. I know that. I don't know about Jim.
Yeah, his brother is like a crackhead.
He's got drug problems. Yes, he's got some drug problems. But like his brother, yeah. So they grew up. And I don't think Essex boys. I don't know. It's a real thing, funny thing. But he means well, but he did get rid of one thing that I loved before I became vegetarian. It was getting rid of the football chicken nuggets. Do you remember those ones in school when there was a guy?
Filth, just filth.
It was probably not even. It was probably. They probably found it in the parking lot. It was a picture.
I don't even know. It's really weird. Like, I don't understand how I wasn't how I wasn't fat when I was at school. Because thinking back at it, every single lunchtime, I had burger, chips, and a donut for my dinner. Pretty much every day for 5 years.
See, I was a packed lunch boy. Because obviously I'm a very fussy eater. I'm a fussy eater now, and obviously that's why I'm a pescatarian, ladies.
Oh, wow, so cute.
So good. Yeah.
Could you name me one woman that wakes up and she's like, you know what? I want to go out with a pescatarian. Doesn't exist.
Okay, right. We're in a 10-minute marker, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about another pressing issue right now, and that is canon.
Yep.
Do you believe in aliens?
It's a tough one. Do I believe in aliens?
And tell us a story that you have encountered one that doesn't revolve an X-Files episode, because I've seen them all.
All right, let's address the first things first. Do I believe in aliens? So it's a bit of a difficult one, really, because from a kind of popular culture point of view, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. From a statistical kind of scientific point of view, have you ever heard of something called the Drake equation? That's a stupid question. You haven't, have you?
I can't even spell.
Do you know what an equation is?
I can't even spell it, bruv. Sorry to disrupt you. Carry on.
Oh, sorry, Drake. It's Drake's equation. Drakes.
Oh,
but
I know
you
that.
would be like
Drasks.
Drasks.
I know that. So you.
Yeah. Okay.
You sort of.
Oh, you know what Drake's equation is? Go on then. What is it?
It's whatever you think it is, man.
No. That's not the question. You said you know what it is.
Can I finish? Can I finish?
Can I fit? Okay, I finished. Go on then. What?
Okay, I'm finished. Carry on.
So basically, a scientist called, I think his name is Frank Drake, I can't remember his name, but anyway, I know it's Drake's equation. He basically put together all the kind of elements you need to work out how many civilizations there could potentially be in the universe. So he kind of worked out the average rate of like star formations in a galaxy, the amount of those stars that would have a planet, average number of planets that could support life, and he added it all up. And basically there should be civilizations pretty much everywhere. There should be loads of them, like way more than anyone could like think or would think. You know, maybe there's one or two. There's a lot, but so there should be. But the problem is, does that make sense to you? Yeah, just based on the amount of stars, the amount of galaxies.
Yes.
Statistical probability, there should be loads of alien civilizations everywhere. But there's another theory called the Fermi paradox, which basically is the opposite of that, which says, well, if this Drake equation says there's loads and loads of alien civilizations, why aren't we seeing them everywhere? Now, one of the problems is obviously space is massive. Yeah?
It ain't that big, but yeah.
It's really big. So,
It's
so
rejected. But ladies and gentlemen, his
it's not.
vast.
But then, have you been after the first episode? Have you been reading into the snow globe theory? Do you think we're in a globe?
Oh,
I hope not.
I feel like
I'll
I'm in
never
a
talk to
globe
you
of
again.
emotions, but
You are a globe of emotions.
I feel like every time someone shakes me, it just yeah. Anyway, so carry on. Sorry, the floor is yours.
All right, this is really long, but so what are we talking about? Fermi paradox. Why there isn't loads of why we're not seeing loads of stuff. But the problem is because space is too big. It's so big. So even the nearest star that could potentially have habitable life on it is like 2-3 light years away. So that's the time it takes light to travel in a year. Well, light travels at like 183,000 miles an hour, so it takes a long time. So like the Hubble telescope.
Yeah.
So let's say you're looking up at a star at the sky at night.
Yeah.
Just a random star.
Yeah.
Depending on how far away that star is, the actual light you're seeing from that star now, you're actually looking at the star as it was 2 million years ago. You're not looking at the star as it is now.
Okay, so is that the theory? Like, let's just say me and you were twins. Okay, obviously we can't be because I'm so tall and birch. And I've got a beard. But there's that theory where if I travel to a star and come back, you would be more older than me.
That's because of light travel. So the closer to the speed of light you get, relative time will slow down. But that's not to do with just.
Okay, that's another.
That's not to do with the amount of time it takes this light from a star to get here.
Okay, that's something else. Let's carry on with what you were saying. I beg my pardon. The floor is yours.
Thank you. So long story short is statistically, I would say there is a very good chance that there are other alien type civilizations in the universe, but whether they've actually made the technology to be able to travel the vast distances to get to us, I'm not entirely sure. Do you believe in aliens?
I think we're not alone, but I think
you are not alone.
I
am here with you. Though you're far away.
Alright, we're gonna stop before we get Usher signs the song, and we can't mix just By the way, my numbers are all 705. Alright, so we're gonna go into. I do believe in aliens, but I think they think that we're like how we see animals. Does that make sense? They probably think, well, like they probably look at us and think these guys are a bunch of waste men, like dickheads.
Yeah, basically, they think we're total waste men. What's a waste man? I don't know what that is. Sorry.
Like literally like crackhead. Like they have. What's going on? Like, what's going on over there? And I think they're just leaving us alone because they know that.
Right, but what about all the things that people have seen? Because I always say, like, a lot of people say they've seen you. Of all the thousands of reports that there are a year, some of them have got to be people have seen the wrong things. They think it's a UFO, but it's probably a plane. There's got to be. Sorry, that's really gross. It smells so bad. There's got to be a bunch of people that are just mental. There's got to be a bunch of people that are just making stuff up for attention. But then there have to be some credible people who've seen things that are actually potentially real. Well, like airline pilots. A lot of reports from airline pilots.
Well, it's fun fact because it's fun because there's that idea there's a movie directed by I can't read his surname, Mike Cherhill, and the movie's called Another Earth. And this movie's about our Earth somehow appeared on another Earth. It's identical.
So, okay, so you're talking paradimensional, not space travel.
But they can see each other, and the whole point of it is if I can see that Earth, is there another person of me? It's a really good movie, and it reminds me of is there another paradimensional? Exactly what you said. That's not a paradimensional thing. And all
right, so here's the thing. Let's just say there's a parallel dimensional, and it happens tomorrow, right?
Okay, right now.
And we look at we look out right now in our window, and there's another Earth above us. Okay.
Okay.
On that Earth, there's a Mike and Vulcan, but because it's from another dimension, it's one of those other parallel dimensions where everything is a little bit different. So the Mike and Vulcan in that dimension is my body with your head, and your body with my head. Now, here's the next bit. Now we meet, and we've been selected by the leaders of our planets to fight. Which one wins? Which set? So you and me versus my head on your body version of us, and the other way round. My brain's gone weird.
Okay, no. So, what me and you have always got to argue about is I'm taller and I've got a beard, but you're a little bit short.
Physically superior to you in every way except for.
But you're a little bit shorter, like like borrowers height.
I'm 5'6", you cheeky shit. All right. Do you know? Here's the thing about this, and I want everyone to know this. I do not have short man syndrome. I've actually really got no problem with how tall I'm not. I'm 5'6". It's never really held me back. Never. It's not been a problem. When I wanted to go on some roller coasters, it's held me back, and I might shout at some people. Generally,
Okay.
it's not a problem. It's just it's Vulcan. He's very hurtful.
I'm hurtful.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
I mean, the amount of times I've called you drunk and like, I asked for I've called you drunk so many times, haven't I?
Yeah. And you usually ask me to fight you in the field.
Alright, so there's a thing before we get back to the break is there's a thing that me and Cannon do is every time we meet up and we have a few beers and a few bottles of whiskey, and we sometimes like to wrestle shirtless, and I'm the one that's the instigator. But I have to say that Mike is a dismal loser and a horrible winner. We don't know. I don't know where the root come from, but you're the worst.
Do you know I'm the only child who ever got red carded playing football for my primary school. So I went to a primary school in a tiny village in Kent. It's called Wickenbury. It's really small. The primary school I went to only had 3 classrooms. There were 60 kids in the whole school. Like the year groups were together. So years 1 and 2 were in one class, so on and so forth. And I played football for my primary school. And one time, the opposing goalkeeper of the village Littlebourne that we were playing against, he kicked the ball, but at the time I was annoyed we were losing. He kicked the ball, and I thought he kicked the ball at my head. So I said I was like 9. I was 9 years old, so I can't remember what I called him. But the referee, who was also like my dad's really good friend, he said, "You need to calm down." So at 9 years old, I told him to fuck off. He sent me off. He sent me off, red carded me. I walked home, got home. My dad was like, "Oh, how was the match today?" So I couldn't come watch it, but good game. I was like, "Yeah, it was great. It was great. Really good game. Yeah, and I played really well. Scored a couple of goals. Whatever. Good night. I'm going to bed now. Leave me alone." That night, he went to the pub. He only told me this as an adult. So that night, he went to the pub, and obviously the guy that was the referee was at the pub, and they had a chat. And obviously the ref said, "Oh, your son." They used to call me Mickey when I was a little kid. Mickey was. He told me to F off. They laughed for hours. They thought it was the funniest thing in the world. Obviously, the next morning, he was like, "So football was good, was it?" I was like, "Yeah." Obviously, knew that. I got an absolute spanking, but it was really funny. Yeah.
Obviously, we don't condone that right now, but obviously back then it was just. When was that? Was that like 19? Was that BC or was that after?
I thought it's alright to hit kids, just not with a clenched fist.
Okay. Well, obviously, just to let you guys know, we don't condone that, but it was like, how many years ago was that?
It would be like 1992 or something like that.
Yeah. So
it was a long time.
Yeah, it was a long time. I remember.
Yeah, it's fair enough. But point is that they found it really funny, and I was the only kid that had been sent up for my primary school. Oh, can I just change before we go on to the break? Can I just say one thing really quickly? Last week I spilled drink all over my keyboard and lost my mind, and then got really angry and bought a brand new keyboard while we were chatting.
Yeah.
The keyboard that I thought was broken still works.
So, ladies and gentlemen, before we go on a break, we're going to answer you this question, and you can win yourself a free keyboard.
It still works.
Okay.
Can't believe it.
Okay, so let's have a little think. Sunday. One second, Sunday. I should have planned this. On professionalism, Sunday. Okay, I'm not going to do it. That's it.
What are you doing?
I wanted to talk about maybe potentially giving out your broken keyboard.
I mean, some of the buttons are a bit gummy, but it works. It works again.
God, oh my God,
I should have listened to you. I'll be fair. I should have listened to you.
Yeah.
I'm just an idiot.
Yeah, this is the thing with me, because obviously, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think you know that I'm the one that leads the show. I'm the one that edits it, broadcasts it. I'm the Conan O'Brien of this show, and Mike Cannon is the dude that sits on the sofa next to me, away between me and the guest. So, just to let you know,
We don't have any guests.
we will do.
Okay. Oh, exciting. Exciting.
It's
That almost sounded like a threat.
oh, we do have one. It's Camp David. No, that's fucking Alan Partridge. By the way, at the bygone era show. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the 25 meter. Oh, fucking hell, I fucked that up. We're at the 25
Minute.
There we go. We're at the 25-minute marker, and so should we get a glass of water? You can refill your drink, and then we'll reconvene.
Cool.
That's it. That's why I'm the host of the show. All right then, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you in a minute. It'll be movie magic.
Yeah, I'm ready. Can we just, before we start again, I just need to do another plug for our sponsor, Big Jim's Chip Shop. Just to reiterate the fact that if you don't eat chips, you'll die. If I don't say it again, I won't get my chips.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't eat chips, you will die. This is proven fact from a local chippy in the Kent area. Right.
Yes.
We are now going to go into more pressing issues again right now for part 2, and that is Cannon believes in aliens and has had some experience. I have had some experiences with the supernatural, ghosts.
Oh, really? Are you sure it's not just when you were off your tits on some?
I did think that was going to happen. I'm not.
Okay, well, yeah, that's fine. I'll tell you what. This is the game. You can tell me your stories, and I'll tell you whether I think you were just.
Yes.
And I'll tell you whether I think you were just high on something.
Okay. All right. So, Bosh. Rewind. Craig David. Arthur Dodger. Right.
When the crowd say Bo Select.
Right. Oh God, garage. I miss it. We're gonna talk about that maybe another time. So So my older brother bought a gaff in Watford.
Yeah.
And he takes it to the bricks, right? He takes it to the bricks. You know what that means, yeah?
No, what? He takes it to the bricks.
He takes it to the. It means.
What does that mean?
It fucking means he's going like proper, like that TV show when the neighbours swap rooms and then they do everything. Like, it's a proper rebuild. Don't you fucking?
What, he renovates it?
He renovated it, yeah.
Just say that word then.
What the fuck? Oh.
What's wrong with you? Why would you say that?
Oh, God,
that'd be like me going to cook dinner and being like,
no,
wait there. That'd be like me going to cook food and saying, no, you can't. That'd be like me. That would be like me going to make food, and instead of saying, Vulcan, I'm going to make you some dinner, just being like, Vulcan, I'm going to take it to the ingredients.
Well, it's like the TV show Changing Rooms. Remember that guy that used to walk in with curly hair and be like, MDF everywhere?
So he was renovating the flat.
Alright, it was a house. By the way.
Sorry.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. I accept your apology. And
That's okay.
alright. And the old geezer didn't like.
What's a geezer?
Old person, for fuck's sakes.
Okay.
Alright.
Carry on.
Sorry for being. I'm sorry.
It's alright, you don't have to apologise to me. I don't care.
No, you do care. If you were here, I'll hold your hand and say sorry. Alright, so he didn't have he had a loft, but he blocked it off. So my older brother was like, that's pointless. So in the spare bedroom, this is true fact, okay?
Mm.
He created an attic door thing that when you pull it down and then, like in Home Alone, it goes down and then there's like steps and shit. So my brother, he
put a ladder in.
He put a ladder in. It was proper good.
You're making your brother sound way smarter than he is. He put a ladder.
He's a fucking smart guy. He's a contractor. Anyway, but it was in the spare room. So anyway, ever since then, I think the family thinks that he released like a demon into the house. ladies and gentlemen, if you're sitting down,
Carry on. What terror did this demon unleash upon your family?
So before my younger brother lived there, he stayed there for a couple of months, and then he fucked off to Germany. So I ended up moving in there, as you know, just moving in, and weird shit started happening, bro. Weird shit started. So obviously, I'm downstairs. I'm working out because obviously I'm really built up and big and tall, ladies. I swear on Almighty God. Alright, tissue box. Right, it was next to my bed, obviously, because you know I cry a lot at night, and literally, I'm downstairs working out, and bang, that tissue box is flying down the stairs. I swear to God. I'm thinking it must be the wind. Put it back on where it night stands. Go downstairs, start doing my high intensity Joe Wicks workout. Bang.
Yeah.
It's falling down the stairs again. I swear to God, Cannon. I swear to God. Okay, I'm thinking, rah, this is really weird. I put it back up there. So then my older brother asked me, can you go upstairs and look for something for me? Now, he was sharing this house with his ex-missus. I'm not going to say her name. Her name's begins with a V. I'll go up there. I find...
Why does that matter?
No. I swear to God, I find a photo album, and I opened it, and it said developed by the same name as his ex, beginning with a V. I'm thinking, okay, this is a bit weird.
That's just a coincidence.
No. Can I finish?
Go on then.
I pop it downstairs. I pop it back where I find it because, you know, that's curse things, all that shit. Pop it down there. I tell my older brother, and he's like, alright, yeah, that's how, yeah, whatever. He thinks it's not. And I had a chat with my younger brother, and I said, is there weird things happening when you were there? And he went, yeah, that house is cursed. I'm having this weird thing. So we think that my older brother, when he opened the loft, he released a demon.
Okay.
But...
So, oh my God, does this ever end? Come on.
But...
Yep.
This is the one time that I shit myself.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I don't have a gun, because it will literally be like that scene in Predator where they start shooting into the woods. This is one of them. I turn off the lights and I hear this. We don't light the lights off. And I fucking screamed. And I went downstairs. I slept in the living room for like a week, and I just never slept in that room again. And
so you think it was specifically that room?
It was that room because it was the only place where you can access the attic. And last night, okay, this is the end. The last night that I stayed in that godforsaken room, you needed an exorcist. I felt like lighting a match in that room.
Mm.
The last thing, I was in bed, and do you know what he said?
Go on.
Good night. Goodbye. And I shit myself. And I was like, I swear to God, this happened. And I thought I may not have been taking cocaine during that time.
Can I just say, like, so when you said right that a demon had been unleashed, when you open the thing and a demon came out, my brain suddenly goes. I'm not saying I don't believe you, because like some of that stuff would have freaked me out. Yeah, the box coming down the stairs, yeah, would have freaked me out. Hearing voices would have freaked me out. That is the most polite demon I have ever heard of. So you're telling me you turn the lights out and the demon's like, excuse me, but we really like it if you put the lights on.
No, it didn't say that. It literally went, we like the lights on. And, mate...
It's a little kid ghost. It was a little kid ghost then.
No, this is where...
Like a little Victorian chimney sweep.
This is where it gets even funnier now. So, my older brother sells the gaff. He moves to Essex. And I'm like packing this stuff up. I'm like, cool. You know, I always say help him out. And we're in the car, and my mother says, "Oh, guess what? She took the photo book with her, and says, oh, we can send it to the family that was there before." And I went, "You've now carried a demon with you."
Yeah. Also, I didn't really understand the whole link because surely it's just a coincidence that the person that developed the photos has got the same name as. I'm sure there's loads of people that like. Obviously, bonus print or whatever doesn't exist anymore. But back in the day, there's probably 100 people called Michael or Mike that work in bonus print. Like, how is that? How's that supernatural? Yeah. I get the other stuff. I'm not saying it's not, but how is that supernatural?
Well,
that's just a coincidence.
Why do you believe in aliens when you see like a fucking? Wasn't it the time that you saw a flare when you were coming back from football?
No, I saw 3 weird lights in the sky that all went out in a triangle.
Maybe it's just 3 weird lights. Maybe it's just a drone tracking you. I don't
know. No, you idiot! You cannot. No, you can't. That's a false equivalency. You can't compare those.
Okay, all right.
You can't compare the fact. So all right. So what? So let's just no. My turn now. Let's just say I order some kind of artisan thing off, Etsy or whatever it is, and it was made by someone called Michael. That's just a coincidence. It's just someone with the same name. I don't see how you can get from. I understand. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying everything else you're saying is stupid. The other stuff sounds legitimate and quite frightening, to be honest. But I don't know how you'll get putting so much agency in that book, in that photo album, because it's just a coincidence. That's a coincidence. But you've got freaked out and read too much into it. Obviously, if I see a flying saucer out of my window, which I haven't, I'm just saying. But I've seen a flying saucer, and that makes sense. But just because what if there was a ghost and it said, "Mike, we'll get you," and then I watch TV and a character comes on TV and it's like, "My name's Mike." I'm not going to be like, "Oh my god!" Please tell me you understand what I'm trying to get at here.
I understand. What I'm saying is that you're a hypocrite.
What is a hypocrite? Explain that to me.
It's someone that says they don't believe in something but they do believe in it in themselves, or they do it themselves. There you go. And I'm just gonna 1 second click Wikipedia. But alright, I guess it gets towards more pressing issues. It says, why do we always go back to conspiracy theories? Wow, what the fuck is wrong with us? Alright, I guess it goes back into like childish, like, what's the word when we talk about like stupid like philosophy, like, when someone says like, oh, if the CD doesn't work, or like cassette, or if anyone had a cartridge, they blow into it. Where did that start?
Like urban myths.
Yeah, urban myths. Who created that?
Well, I mean, somebody somewhere, and then it just got spread. But see, I think that cartridge thing. I grew up with cartridge-based video games, and they didn't work. And then when I blew on them, they worked.
Was it 8-track?
It's not really a conspiracy.
Was it 8-track?
No, not 8 tracks. No, that was before me. 8 tracks. Well, not really. Tapes, then CDs, then mini discs.
Did you ever do the 5p maneuver with vinyl, because obviously the vinyl was scratched, but if you put 5p on it, it would bring more weight down, so it would like not jump. Did you ever do that?
No, by the time I started buying music, it was like the end of tapes and the beginning of CDs.
It's just my hipster lifestyle, I guess.
I think it is, yeah. But anyway, my point is that works. There are other kind of urban myths. There's that whole one, like every town has a tramp who's actually secretly a millionaire.
What the fuck did you just say? A tramp that's secretly a millionaire?
Yeah, every town I go to, people are like, oh, that's the tramp. Margate had one. He was called Martin the Tramp. I think he died like 10 years ago. But anyway, and he was this trampy guy who used to walk like miles every day, and he was a tramp. But everyone used to say did you know he's actually a millionaire? And he chooses to live like this. And I've been to like about 10 other places where I've gone out and people have ended up, or for whatever reason, you've seen him in the bus stop. People are like, oh yeah, that's Thingy the Tramp. He's a millionaire. Have you never heard of that? It's a proper urban myth. Every town has a tramp who everyone says is a millionaire, who chooses to be a tramp.
Do you remember that geezer when we were in can I say the area, Broadstairs? And
yeah.
And me and Cannon had a night out in Kent, in Broadstairs, and there was that barfly guy who spoke like Prince Charles.
Yeah.
Cannon, take it away.
Well, no, I remember. I can say his name because we don't know. Nobody knows who he is. Probably not. All right, can we say his name?
We
can say his first name. His name is Richard.
This is the first time I'm in Broadstairs, by the way. City Boy, and then
Yeah, we went to a pub. It's called the 39 Steps, and it basically just sells loads of craft beer. Because we went with another friend who was drinking this really beer that we loved, and he was trying to pretend he liked it. Do you remember?
Oh god! All right, so before we carry on with the story, me and Cannon, we're quite the beer types. We like ale, we like whiskey, and we like tears with our whiskey and ale.
Salty.
And
Adds the salty flavour.
This person couldn't quite not keep up, but it's an acquired taste. And
He was a Foster's drinker. He was a cider drinker. He was
Yeah.
not ready.
yeah,
And do you remember the name? Do you remember the name of the drink?
oh, Nelson's blood.
Nelson's blood.
Oh god,
His face.
It
You're right there. Yeah.
oh god bless him. Well, you know what? It happened.
He tried. You know what? He tried, and fair dues.
Very good. But yeah,
Fair
and
enough.
so we had this guy that looked like Prince Charles's.
He spoke. He was so posh, but he had no money, and all he did. And I, weirdly enough, I met another guy like a couple of years later who worked in that pub. And when I said, "Oh, we went there and we met this old guy called Richard," he like rolled his eyes and like, "That guy is like the biggest scam artist ever." Like he just befriends people and gets them to buy him drinks, and nobody really knows how he does it. But he hasn't paid for a drink in that place for about 10 years.
Oh god, he's like. Do you remember that TV show, The Magician, the Masked Magician, with like the face, with the hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's literally like that.
He's that, but of beer.
Oh man, you gotta admit though, that's a talent. That's a talent.
Yeah, no, it's talent. Like fair play to him. Well, as far as they're concerned, people just bought him drinks. They thought he was funny or felt sorry for him. I actually found him really interesting. I was so drunk, I don't know what I was talking.
Oh, he was fucking. Oh my god. Yeah.
Dude, I've got to go for a piss.
Okay. Do you know what? We'll take another break, ladies and gentlemen, because I need to take a piss right now, and we'll go straight to that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take another break because obviously
I have a small bladder.
Mike Cannon has a small bladder, and I have a crippling drug addiction. I don't, by the way. My parole officer.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. But we're talking about like how we can like transition these things, and we're going with Joe Rogan, Bill Burr, all of these people that we admire, and then Cannon somehow thinks that he knows what he's doing. So what do we do with these transitions?
Well, all the other podcasts I've listened to, they just have a little bit of music. It's like 4 seconds, like 5 seconds long, just between bits. I'm pretty sure nobody's interested in us talking about this. I feel like we should be doing this not
This
in
is
the
the
podcast.
point of what we do. No one listens to us. This is the point. No one's probably listening to this.
No, are they? Okay, well, in which case, yeah, we should do that. Do you not think we should do that? Do you not think that's a good idea?
I don't know if we should do that or not.
Maybe we should just have horrible static or screaming.
Well, maybe I should.
What about foxes having sex? Have you ever heard that?
Oh, mate, I fucking live in Waltham Forest, mate, in West Ruislip as well, and it sounds like this.
It's like
It's
crazy.
fucking crazy.
Maybe we should have that you know, if you think music's such a bad idea, what do you suggest? Come on, in your fucking ivory tower.
Okay, by the way, I don't live in an ivory tower. I live in a bronze tower.
Okay, cool. Well, I hope it doesn't rust. Does bronze
do you
rust?
know what? I think it should sound like this.
Oh, bronze oxidizes. Sorry, it doesn't rust. Carry on.
Oh yeah, God, you're so fucking such a cunt.
Ha! That's where you're an idiot, because oxidization and rusting are the same thing.
Oh, do you know what?
In your face.
Do you know what else? Rustates? Oh God, you got me.
Steak.
Oh God, you got me. Alright, I'm cornered. I'm cornered.
You are like a fox. All right, come on. What's your idea then? What's your idea? What's your idea?
I haven't got an idea. I just wanted to play jazz. I just wanted to wing it like jazz.
Oh, should we have that kind of? Have you ever been and seen that kind of jazz where it's noise?
Oh fuck, mate. Okay. All right. Well, before we start off, I clapped there. I've been in a gig where there's a guy. I am not going to name him. He was the worst filmmaker ever. Like he was the worst filmmaker ever made. He was such a waste man, and he used to do like film screenings of other people's shows, and he wanted my film to be portrayed in there. which was I felt honoured. I was like, oh, that's lovely of you, but he was such a prick. You know, you're a music guy, Cannon. Cannon's a music guy. I'm a film guy. But there are some people out there where they're such, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry for using the word, they are such cunts. Cannon, you probably met them. Like, this guy was such a prick. And
it's the ones that just have it's ego, isn't it?
It's ego. It's like this guy was like, all right, so he made a movie.
It's not the guy. It's not the guy we met in the pub once for that project we wanted to do, and then he was like, "I'm the best editor in England."
It was him.
I just remember sitting there like, I've never had an urge. If I wasn't scared of going to prison so much, I've never had an urge in my life to actually just stuff a glass into somebody's face.
Bro, he dressed like Ali G. Do you remember? He didn't even mean to dress.
Yeah, and he was like old and bald, but no, he looked like. Have you ever watched Arrested Development?
Yes.
All right, he looked like the brother who ends up with the hook for the hand.
Yes.
He looked like him.
Oh, he was such a. Oh my god, he was.
Oh, guy was a dick.
Oh my god, and he.
I'm the best editor in, so I really know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Oh my god, he was such a. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, there is a guy. Okay, so I was dating a girl back then, and there was a friend of ours. I'm not gonna say her name. She was a redhead. We're gonna call the blonde head with my ex. We're not gonna say names. And he clearly had interest in the redhead, and this guy was clearly going through. Cannon, would you say it was a midlife crisis?
It was so obvious that he was not interested in the film project he said he wanted to do this with. He was so blatantly just trying to get somewhere with our redheaded friend. It was just it was so after
obvious.
that half an hour, I was just like, this is just stupid.
And his band was like, he came down the steps. It was he had
a band as well. They were just, and that was rubbish.
Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen! Like,
didn't we leave really like terrible comments on their YouTube page?
Like it was so bad.
Didn't we leave like some choice comments on his band's YouTube page?
Oh my god, it was the fucking. This guy was clear, like he was going through a divorce, midlife crisis. He got fired for his job. He was trying it. He was insulted. Oh my god, and people. Oh my god, it was just.
And he was doing that thing where he was just kind of like, because we wanted his. Because he was trying to basically, he was making out that he had some influence that could get us, seen by people. So obviously, we're Well, I wasn't that young. I was like 32, and that's what started to annoy me. In that he was like being patronising and like saying, "Oh, you're just kids," and I sat there like, well, I mean, you guys were like, in your early 20s, but I was still just like, we're adults. We're not 12-year-olds doing a school project. Oh, the guy was just a dick.
God,
I don't even want to talk about him anymore because now I think about him, he just he was just a piece of work.
God, yeah. And then he had that guy he had a friend that had like a rap video, and oh my god, it was. You get a lot of people in that industry. This is the worst thing, that people use people. I never promise anyone anything. I'm literally just like, I'm a contractor of a freelancer. That's it. But this guy was such a wank stain.
Yeah, and there's just so many snaky people who do just promise you stuff, don't they? Like, if you do this and blah blah blah, then da da da, and it was just.
Did you know what he said to our redheaded friends? Do you know what he?
No, I don't.
Okay,
I think I checked out by that point.
Okay, so our redheaded friend, a lovely girl. She's with a lovely man, and they've got kids. Very happy for them. They've been together for a lovely time. This geezer knew that she was taken, and was with someone, and he was like, "Oh, do you want to come back to my place and for bonfire night, Guy Fawkes night?" It was that he was going to give her a great bonfire and was inviting her, and he was going to kill him. Oh my god, it was such a snaky little shit.
Yeah, he was a prick.
But
there we go.
But anyway, back to more pressing measures right now. I don't know.
So we're talking about how you want to segue into things. Just a bit of music. I don't understand how we ended up talking about that guy, but equally, what other ideas do you have?
I beg your pardon?
I beg your pudding?
What other ideas do I have?
Yeah. Put the bottle down.
What are we going to talk about?
What were we talking about? We were talking about how we're going to go from section to section in this podcast.
Oh God, I didn't write it down. I just got ghosts and bleeps. 45 minutes taking the piss. And literally, that's all I got. All right. Oh God, I don't even know what to talk about right now. All right. Okay. Oh no.
What's my favourite number?
Yeah.
My favourite number is the number.
Don't say 69. I'll swear to God, I'll throw this microphone out this window and it will hit you.
So if I say 69, you'll throw your microphone, break your microphone out the window. Is that a promise? Then you have to buy a new microphone.
I won't, because it would be like a boomerang, the Australian one.
Oh, it's an Australian microphone. Fair enough.
I'm saying that. Have you ever seen that video of that eagle dropping a snake on those Chinese families? I think we talked about
yes.
this.
No, we didn't, but I've definitely seen that, where the eagle drops the snake on the Chinese people's heads.
Oh my God. Alright, so I think maybe we'll talk about what animal could you take on?
We talked about this. Nobody wants to listen to this if we've already talked about it.
Oh, fine. Alright, fine. Mike's just too much of a pussy to realise that you can't take on any animal. Okay, cool. He'll be a house.
But your reverse psychology does not work on me. Like, it doesn't matter. We already discussed this anyway. You said that you could beat a chimp in a fight, which everyone knows is ridiculous.
I think I could take on a chimp.
I'm going to find a way to organise this, and I'm going to watch you die.
Oh, okay, did make it.
I'm going to watch you. Do you know the first thing they go for?
The balls.
Yeah, they go for your cock.
Guess what?
They rip it off.
Guess what? Took it off already, mate.
You haven't got any. They're already gone.
Do you know when I was filming in the island, I was with the talent team. I'm not gonna name the names. All they were fucking doing was acting like they were Irish. And we were at this Capcom tour, and all they were doing was saying, "You do nothing. You do nothing." That's a very bad Irish accent.
Do an Irish act. Say something in Irish. Say top of the morning to your mic in an Irish accent.
Top of the morning to your mic.
Oh, that's not too bad actually. That was all right. I was expecting worse. All right, now say I don't know. Let's go to the pub as a Welshman.
I can't do a Welshman.
Try.
I can't do a Welshman.
Just try it.
Alright, let's
be brave.
I'm not being brave. Alright, I'll tell you what.
Be brave. Be Welsh. Come on, just try. Just fucking try. Just try it.
Alright, do me when I say to you that I fancy a pint. Around the corner.
Alright, mate. I'll ask you for a pint of beer.
I don't sound like that.
You do. That's exactly how you sound.
I don't sound like that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can leave a comment on SoundCloud and exactly tell us yes, no. The more no's... Okay, I tell you what. The more... Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you leave a comment on SoundCloud that there's more yeses that sounds like me, I will... How about
you leave a comment... Can I finish? No. You leave a comment about the fact that I actually tried, whereas when Volkan was asked to do a Welsh accent, he just laughed like a baby.
Okay, can I finish now? Because I was about to do the segue, because you don't understand social media, because the last thing you used was MSN chat. Okay, and so...
I know emojis. I don't know.
Jesus Christ. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, if you can guys say that what Cannon's interpretation of me was correct, say yes. If not, in that segue, say no. The winner of the more yes and no's, then they will dare him to say something or answer a question or eat something. Like the fucking time you made me eat that dog food on your New Year's Eve, New Year's Eve. Do you remember that when I ate dog food?
Yeah.
Alright, Cannon, set the scene.
Basically, I never get as drunk as my friends on purpose. And then when they're way drunker than me, I make them do things for my amusement. I made you a snort popping candy. Do you remember that?
Okay, so Cannon likes to. He's the instigator.
Yeah, I don't get as drunk as you idiots, and then I make you do things for my entertainment.
So, in one. Oh, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. That's my dog Wilson barking. So, the situation is. Here's the thing. What year was that? That was one time.
It was 2015. It was New Year's Eve 2015.
2015.
Mm-hmm.
We all went to a Turkish restaurant. Obviously.
Oh, and the Turkish people in the restaurant mocked you for being vegetarian.
Oh yeah. All right. So, okay. So before we start the story, I need to tell everyone about the hack, the Turkish hack.
Oh yeah, go on. The hack to get free food from Turkish people.
Okay, cool. The best way, especially girls, ladies, to get extra chips, to get extra drinks, extra chili sauce, extra salad, is to say that you're seeing someone.
I'll suck your dick.
Why are you doing this to me? I'm trying.
Works for me.
I didn't tell you that story, bro.
Dude, come on. We said worse than that. You're not gonna cut. You can't cut that.
I'm not cutting
you
that.
Can't cut.
I'm not cutting
no,
that.
It's just
Everyone's
stupid.
gonna know that you suck dick for chips.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care.
Okay. Alright. Is to say that your partner is in the same village or town that they're from. So, if you say, hey, where are you from? And they say like Bursa, Antalya, Bodrum, Batman, Guzanyele, all those places. Guys, just say, or girls, to say, oh my god, my partner's from there. Where are you from? And they will say something like, say this. Oh my god, my boyfriend, or aka girlfriend, lives near Green Mosque. You say that, and they will literally, every city, every town has a Green Mosque, and they will give you all the chips, extra drinks. Oh my god, they'll give you everything extra because you just have to believe. There's a saying, it's not a lie if you believe it.
You have to believe to achieve.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's it.
Okay, fair enough. That's cool. That's great.
And so Mike Cannon, every time we go out, especially that Mexican restaurant that was owned by Turkish people, which was a brothel,
You nearly got killed.
we nearly got killed. Mike Cannon always sent me to get food. And yeah, it wasn't it?
Yes.
And
I'm trying to think because we're going back into stuff we would have talked about before. I was just trying to think of what I got you and our other friend to do while you were drunk. Oh yeah, you ate dog food.
Oh yeah, so alright, we'll go
you
back.
snorted popping candy.
Yeah, so Cannon dared me to snort. What was it? That stuff that you put the lollipop in a baggie?
It's popping candy.
Alright, yeah, you dared me to
Space dust.
Yeah, it was space dust. You dared me to snort that.
You snorted a lot of that.
Oh yeah, mate. I snorted a lot, and it just felt like this. It just in my brain, it was awful. And then our other friend who came drunk was just all over the place. Didn't we sing "Careless Whispers" by George Michaels?
See, now that guy, he's sort of a quiet guy, but when I lived with him for quite a long. I got him to eat a packet of raw sausages once and eggs with the shells. He put the whole. I was like, eat this egg, and he put the whole egg in his mouth, shell and all, like, all of it, just crunched it up and ate it.
And then
it's disgusting.
What was that sweet that we ate? That fucking god awful sweet. The one that it's like a roulette sweet.
I don't know.
The one that I ate the fucking dog food of.
Oh.
What the fuck was he doing?
I remember the jelly beans. I can't remember what they're called. But they come like they're coming in like there'll be two white ones. One will be coconut and one will taste of jizz. And there'll be a green one that's apple and a green one that's vomit. But the thing is, you both ate the vomit ones. And
no, I ate the dog food.
Sorry, you ate the dog food one,
and
he also ate the dog food one. They were both dog food because I tricked you. I got two of the dog food ones, and you were literally like vomiting and crying like a baby, and he was just chewing it like it was nothing.
Oh,
Didn't bother him at all.
Oh, fuck off! I'm probably
No,
like a
no.
big-
In fact, sorry. You were literally just like making a big scene, like the attention. Then he literally chewed it and just turned to me and went, "That didn't taste very nice."
Okay.
And he was a man.
Alright,
He was a man about it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we end this, because we're on the 1 hour marker, can I just say one thing about when we went to fucking Belgium, when you were like being sick in the sink and
Yeah, but I was being sick. I was being sick alone, like a man. Running myself away from society. Doing it in a respectful way, like the Vikings of old that I'm descended from.
Who had to carry you up those stairs, by the way? And who offered who offered you cherry tomatoes?
Yeah, but then who put all the cherry tomatoes? Another passed out.
No, but I put the cherry tomatoes in your fucking thing, and I tried to help you, and the only thing you could say was,
How did you putting a cherry tomato top of my arse crack help anyone?
I didn't put it up your ass crack. I gave it to you, and then you decided to go. I have to admit, I did do like a Monet type of artwork around you because you went back downstairs, and I just thought, fuck you.
I fell asleep on their bathroom floor, didn't I think?
Yeah.
And you covered me in fruit. Well done. Well done. How original.
Yeah, I did. It was very original. It was like Art Attack. You know when he looks up into the sky and says, Art Attack!
Okay, can we finish now? I need to go and make some dinner.
Mate, you've got no dinner, mate. I don't know where I don't know where we're going with that. You've got no dinner. Anyway, alright. Enjoy your pot noodle.
I will. How did you know?
Hey, you're having pot noodle?
No, I'm not. I'm having pie and mash.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to which is another time of wasting your time and wasting our time. I apologise for Cannon's derogative misinformation. This is why he's banned from Twitter, he's banned from Instagram, he's banned from many things, but, you know, maybe for the best. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to come to an end right now. May it stretch longer than it usually has, but you know what? What else have we got to do? Everyone's been furloughed, everyone's stuck at home. Mike, take it away with what we need to usually always say, and we'd like to advise everybody to do, if you believe it or not.
Of course, so everyone, let's follow those COVID guidelines. So make sure you sanitize your hands, wash your face, sanitize your hands, wear your face covering, and stay 2 meters apart.
Alright, guys, enjoy your weekend. Cannon, what are you going to make before you tell everybody?
Already said pie and chips.
What kind of pie?
Chicken and mushroom.
Have a good week, guys. Stay safe.
Bye.